New Vesta for You LP has been doing really well. I'm shocked, but I'm happy about it, you know? And I think it's because the love that went into the record, you know.
Vesta Williams. The mere mention of her name evokes a cascade of emotions and memories for those familiar with her artistry. In the annals of music history, her name stands tall, etched in the pantheon of unforgettable voices. But behind the captivating melodies and chart-topping hits lies a story that is as haunting as it is inspiring.
What would happen was people would offer me drinks. You know, they say, send the singer a drink, send the singer a drink. And the only drink I knew to order was a Tom Collins.
Imagine a world illuminated by the bright lights of Hollywood. It's a realm where dreams take flight, where an artist's voice can reach millions, and where fame can be both a blessing and a curse. Vesta was both a radiant star and a soul-seeking solace in this landscape. From the bustling streets of Ohio to the glitzy corridors of Los Angeles, Vesta's journey wasn't just about scaling the heights of the music industry. It was also about confronting personal demons, navigating the treacherous waters of fame, and coming to terms with the pressures of an industry that often demanded more than she was willing to give. The weight of expectations, both personal and professional, bore down on her. How does one balance the desire for artistic integrity with the demands of an industry obsessed with commercial success? How does a woman, talented beyond measure, grapple with personal insecurities in a world that constantly scrutinizes every flaw? These were the crossroads that Vesta encountered at various junctures of her life. Interestingly, her story doesn't dwell only on struggles. It's punctuated by moments of sheer brilliance, where her voice soared, touching souls and making her an icon for generations. Moments where her infectious laughter, genuine spirit, and unapologetic authenticity endeared her to fans worldwide. Yet, as her melodies filled the airwaves and her name became synonymous with vocal prowess, whispers about her personal life began to circulate. The rumors, the speculations, and the controversies intertwined with her legacy, painting a picture that was both enchanting and enigmatic. Today, we delve deep into the life of Vesta Williams, peeling back the layers of the artist and the individual. It's a tale of triumphs and tribulations, of dreams realized and dreams shattered. But more importantly, it's a testament to the indomitable spirit of a woman who, despite the odds, left an indelible mark on the world. Join us as we traverse the life of Vesta Williams, exploring the highs, the lows, and everything in between. This is not just a story of a singer. It's the chronicle of a legend. Born on December 1st, 1957, in Coshocton, Ohio, Vesta Williams was destined to leave a mark on the world. From her earliest memories, she was surrounded by the comforting hum of music, an omnipresent force that would shape her destiny. Like many legends before her, her introduction to the world of music was through the church. The gospel choirs of her childhood were the very first audiences to witness the raw, unbridled talent she possessed. But while gospel laid the foundation, it was the soulful sounds of R&B, jazz, and blues that truly captured her heart. Inspired by powerhouses like Aretha Franklin, Chaka Khan, and Patti LaBelle, Vesta dreamt of a life on stage, of records, and of radio waves carrying her voice to countless homes. However, her journey to stardom wasn't straightforward. Before the glitz and glamour, there were years of hard work and perseverance. Many don't realize Vesta's initial steps in the entertainment industry were as an actress. Moving to Los Angeles in her late teens, she sought to carve a niche in Hollywood. From guest roles in popular television shows to minor parts in movies, Vesta showcased her acting prowess time and time again. Yet, even as her acting portfolio grew, her heart yearned for the recording studio's rhythmic beats and melodies. The world of acting might have been exciting, but it was the magic of songwriting, composing, and singing that truly ignited her spirit. By the early 80s, Vesta decided it was time. She began to frequent LA's vibrant music scene, often performing at local clubs and venues. These intimate gigs were a proving ground, a place where she honed her craft and built a loyal fan base. Word of her electrifying performances began to spread. Vesta Williams, with her unparalleled vocal range and magnetic stage presence, was becoming a force to reckon with. It was during one of these performances that she caught the attention of a record executive. Recognizing her undeniable talent, she was soon signed to A&M Records. This was the break she had been waiting for, and she seized the opportunity with both hands. In 1986, she released her debut album, Vesta. The album was an instant success, resonating with fans old and new. Tracks like Once Bitten, Twice Shy showcased her ability to weave a story through her songs, while Don't Blow a Good Thing became an anthem for many. But it was her sophomore album, Vesta For You, released in 1988, that truly cemented her status as an R&B sensation. The album was a masterful blend of upbeat tracks and soulful ballads. Sweet Sweet Love, with its poignant lyrics and Vesta's powerful rendition, tugged at heartstrings, while Congratulations highlighted the pain of love lost. These tracks weren't just songs. They were stories, experiences, and emotions that listeners connected with profoundly. As the decade progressed, Vesta became a mainstay on the charts. Her concerts were sellouts, with fans flocking to hear her live. The media, too, took notice. Interviews, magazine covers, television appearances, Vesta was everywhere. She was collaborating with the best in the industry, and accolades and awards began to pour in. Her voice, described by many as a phenomenon, had the rare ability to move from soft, melodic whispers to powerful, earth-shattering crescendos. However, with this rapid ascent to stardom came its own set of challenges. The pressures of the industry, the expectations of fans, and the relentless scrutiny of the media began to mount. Yet, in these early days of her career, Vesta, with her infectious energy and unwavering passion, seemed invincible. She was not just living her dream, she was setting the music world ablaze. To many of her fans, Vesta Williams was more than just a singer. She was an icon, a beacon of hope, and a testament to what one could achieve with talent, determination, and a dash of luck. As the 80s drew to a close, the future seemed incredibly bright for this rising star. Little did anyone know the twists and turns her journey would take in the years that followed. The 1990s marked a shift in the music industry, with the rise of new genres, technological advancements, and a more discerning audience. Artists were under immense pressure to evolve and stay relevant. Vesta, while reveling in the success of the previous decade, was not immune to these changes. Success had brought with it a unique set of challenges. Each album, each song, and each performance was compared to the last. For an artist known for her innovation and unique voice, this was both a blessing and a curse. The expectations were sky high, and the fear of not meeting them was very real. Her third album, Special, released in 1991, was an attempt to address these challenges head-on. It showcased her versatility, with tracks spanning different genres. The album, while receiving critical acclaim, also highlighted the industry's shifting landscape. Tracks like Do Ya showcased a more contemporary sound, aligning with the emerging New Jack Swing style, while Special reminded fans of her soulful roots. However, behind the stage lights and beneath the chart-topping numbers, Vesta was grappling with personal challenges. As is often the case with artists thrust into the limelight, the line between their public persona and private self becomes blurred. The relentless touring, studio sessions, and media appearances took a toll on her well-being. The industry's beauty standards were particularly unkind. Vesta's weight had always been a topic of discussion. Comments, often veiled as concern or advice, were regular, and the message was clear. Her body, as it wasn't fit for showbiz. This external pressure, combined with her internal battles, led the singer to experiment with extreme diets, leading to drastic weight fluctuations that were noticeable and commented upon. It wasn't just the physical toll, the emotional burden was immense. Rumors, media speculations, and a lack of privacy meant that Vesta, like many before her, found solace in temporary escapes. While details of her personal struggles were guarded, close friends and family spoke of her battles with substance abuse. The very industry that had given her so much was simultaneously eroding her well-being. Interestingly, her music from this period provides insight into her state of mind. Her lyrics often touched upon themes of love, loss, and longing, possibly a reflection of her own search for genuine connections in a world that often seemed superficial. Songs like How You Feel and I'll Be Good to You showcased a vulnerability, a raw emotion that fans connected with. By the mid-90s, the pressure to reinvent herself and remain commercially viable was palpable. Vesta's fourth album, Everything and More, released in 1993, was a testament to this. It was a blend of contemporary R&B with hints of hip-hop, a clear departure from her earlier work. While tracks like Always remained true to her soulful style, Searchin' explored new territories. The album, while successful, also led to discussions about the new Vesta and where she fit in the rapidly evolving music landscape. Away from the studios and stages, she was searching for stability. She dabbled in acting, making appearances in movies and shows. These roles, while not as celebrated as her musical endeavors, provided her a respite from the pressures of being Vesta Williams, the singer. It was an opportunity to be someone else, if only for a short while. Her commitment to her craft was evident. Even amidst personal turmoil, she continued to tour, write, and perform. Her concerts, true to her style, were electrifying. They were a mix of her classics and new tracks, each performance a testament to her unparalleled talent. However, as the decade drew to a close, it was clear that Vesta was at a crossroads. The industry was changing and personal challenges were mounting. The path ahead, once clear and full of promise, was now muddled. It required introspection, resilience, and a clarity of purpose to navigate. It's often said that Hollywood is where dreams are made. Yet for many, including Vesta, it was also a place where vulnerabilities were exposed, magnified, and often exploited. As her name became synonymous with chart-topping hits and soulful performances, Vesta found herself navigating a world that was both mesmerizing and menacing. Part of the challenge was the duality of her experiences. On one hand, there were genuine moments of camaraderie and friendship. She collaborated with many of the industry's big names, from producers to fellow artists. Their shared experiences of navigating fame, of the relentless pursuit of perfection, and the joys of creating fostered genuine connections. Figures like Chaka Khan and Gladys Knight became not just colleagues, but confidants, providing a sanctuary amidst the storm that was often brewing. Yet, in stark contrast, there were the shadows, the parts of stardom that aren't often spoken about in interviews or on stage. Vesta, with her vivacious personality and striking voice, was not immune to the pitfalls of fame. Hollywood's intense scrutiny, especially towards female artists, was relentless. Her weight, her relationships, and even her musical choices became fodder for tabloid speculation. Each decision, personal or professional, was dissected, often without her input or consent. Moreover, Vesta's journey in Hollywood coincided with a changing landscape in entertainment. The late 90s and early 2000s were marked by an increasing convergence of music, television, and film. This provided artists with opportunities to diversify, but it also meant an intensified spotlight. Her forays into acting, while artistically fulfilling, also exposed her to a new set of challenges. Roles for women, particularly African-American women, were limited and often steeped in stereotypes. The pressure to conform, to fit into predefined molds, was immense. Amidst this, Vesta's personal life was undergoing tumultuous changes. Relationships, always under the public eye, took their toll. The intersections of her personal and public lives were complex. While her music often hinted at these struggles, tales of love, loss, and resilience, the actual stories, the real emotions, remained shielded. Her interactions with fellow artists also provided solace. Stories of late-night jam sessions, impromptu collaborations, and shared moments of introspection give a glimpse into her world. Figures like Whitney Houston, who faced her own set of challenges, became allies. Their shared experiences, the highs of sold-out concerts and the lows of personal struggles, forged bonds that went beyond their professional lives. Yet the pressure to maintain a facade, to always be on, was constant. As the 2000s progressed, the initial allure of Hollywood began to wane for Vesta. The industry was evolving, with a new generation of artists emerging. The digital revolution, marked by the rise of social media, added a new dimension to the celebrity experience. Privacy became elusive, and boundaries, both personal and professional, were constantly tested. In response, Vesta began to take a step back. The bright lights of Hollywood, once enticing, now seemed blinding. She began to focus on smaller projects and collaborations that spoke to her soul rather than just her brand. Her performances, while less frequent, were marked by a rawness, a vulnerability that resonated with her loyal fan base. It was also a period of introspection. Friends spoke of her desire to rediscover herself, to find a balance between Vesta the artist and Vesta the individual. There were trips away from the spotlight, moments of solitude, and a genuine attempt to heal. The industry, however, is unforgiving. As the singer tried to rebuild, the shadows of her past, the years of battling personal demons, remained. Yet her resilience and ability to channel her experiences into her art remained undiminished. Vesta's musical journey is as much about her personal growth as it is about the evolution of the broader R&B and soul genres. Throughout the 80s and 90s, her sound matured, enriched not only by her experiences, but also by the changing tides of the music industry. In the late 80s, R&B was undergoing a transformation. Traditional soul was being infused with elements of pop, funk, and even hip-hop. This change was driven by both artists and producers eager to experiment and redefine boundaries. Interestingly, Vesta was at the forefront of this revolution, seamlessly blending these styles into her music. While her earlier albums, like Vesta in 1986, were firmly rooted in traditional R&B, her subsequent work saw a more eclectic blend. The track Special from her 1989 album, Vesta For You, is a testament to her versatility, where pop-centric melodies dance alongside soulful harmonies. Admittedly, part of this evolution was influenced by the external pressures of the industry. The late 80s and early 90s saw the rise of a new generation of artists who were pushing the boundaries of R&B, figures like Janet Jackson, TLC, and Boys the Setu. Men were redefining what R&B could be. Record labels, in their quest for chart-topping hits, often urged their artists to adapt to this new sound. Vesta, with her unparalleled vocal prowess, was up to the challenge. But this wasn't just about commercial success for her. It was about artistic exploration. Songs like Congratulations and Sweet Sweet Love encapsulate this. While they maintain the heart and soul that Vesta was known for, they also incorporate more contemporary elements. This wasn't Vesta abandoning her roots. This was her embracing the future. Beyond the music itself, Vesta's lyrics also evolved. Early in her career, her songs predominantly revolved around themes of love and heartbreak. But as the years progressed, her lyrics began to touch upon deeper, often more introspective themes. They became a reflection of her personal journey, her battles, her triumphs, and her losses. The 90s also saw her collaborating with other artists and producers. These collaborations, while commercially successful, were also artistically fulfilling. They allowed her to experiment with her sound, often venturing into genres she hadn't previously explored. Her collaborations also introduced her to new songwriting techniques, pushing her to evolve as a lyricist. Moreover, the advent of technology also played a role. The 90s were marked by the rise of digital music production. Synthesizers, drum machines, and digital workstations began to dominate the landscape. Vesta, always eager to innovate, embraced these changes. Her later albums saw a judicious blend of digital and analog, maintaining the warmth of traditional R&B while incorporating the crispness of digital production. However, this evolution wasn't always smooth. As with any artist, Vesta faced her share of criticisms. Purists believed she was straying too far from her roots, yet her conviction in her musical choices was unwavering. For her, evolution wasn't just about staying relevant, it was a deeply personal journey. The ebb and flow of an artist's career are often dictated by more than just their talent. Time, changing musical landscapes, and personal choices play a vital role in shaping their trajectory. Vesta Williams' later years bore witness to all these factors and more, yet adversity was never a stranger to Vesta. In these evolving times, she made multiple attempts to reclaim her space in the industry. She tried reinventing her sound, blending the classic soul she was known for with more contemporary beats. These endeavors were a testament to her commitment to evolve and adapt. While some of these attempts resonated with her dedicated fan base, they didn't quite achieve the widespread acclaim of her earlier hits. Still, Vesta's determination was unwavering. Throughout the 2000s, she continued to perform, often in smaller venues and jazz clubs. These settings, intimate and raw, showcased a different side of Vesta. Here, she was not just an artist, but also a storyteller. She would frequently interact with the audience, sharing anecdotes from her life and giving glimpses into the journey she had undertaken. Beyond music, Vesta tried her hand at various endeavors. There were whispers of her writing an autobiography, a tell-all that would delve deep into her life, struggles, and triumphs. While this project never saw the light of day, it highlighted Vesta's willingness to open up to share her narrative with the world. Her personal life during these years was marked by introspection. Having faced so many challenges, Vesta began seeking healthier avenues to cope. Reports suggest that she became involved in support groups, trying to overcome her past demons, especially those related to substance abuse. These endeavors painted a picture of a woman willing to confront her past, seeking redemption and aiming for a brighter future. Tragically, the singer's life was cut short, but her legacy is far from forgotten. In the years since her passing, there has been a resurgence of interest in her work. A younger generation, introduced to her music by their parents, began discovering the magic of Vesta Williams. Her songs, timeless in their appeal, found new admirers. This posthumous appreciation of Vesta's work is a testament to her unparalleled talent. Music scholars often speak of her unique ability to convey emotions, making her songs relatable across decades. The themes of love, heartbreak, resilience, and hope she sang about are universal, transcending time. Tributes to Vesta poured in from all corners after her passing. Artists she had inspired, peers she had worked with, and fans she had touched, all came forward to celebrate her life. These testimonials spoke of her kindness, her indomitable spirit, and her unparalleled talent. Many artists have since covered her songs, paying homage to the legend that Vesta was. The life of Vesta Williams, like many luminaries, wasn't just about chart-topping singles and packed concert arenas. Beneath the glitter and glamour of the stage, there was a person, a woman with dreams, vulnerabilities, aspirations, and complexities. Firstly, for all the love she sang about, Vesta's personal life and relationships remained largely private. It's known she was incredibly close to her family. Her bond with her siblings and parents served as both a source of strength and inspiration. They were her anchor during turbulent times and her loudest cheerleaders during her victories. Her family not only offered solace, but also served as a reflection of the real world outside the trappings of fame. Additionally, in an era when body image issues were rampant and often unspoken, Vesta stood as an inadvertent beacon of body positivity. Her weight struggles were public, but so was her resilience. She never shied away from addressing the challenges she faced in both her music and interviews. Vesta's journey of self-acceptance was inspirational to many of her fans. In an industry obsessed with a particular look, Vesta's presence was a statement in itself. And while it wasn't as widely broadcasted as her music, the singer took a keen interest in advocacy and philanthropy. She was known to lend her voice to causes close to her heart, especially those related to mental health and substance abuse. Having personally grappled with these issues, she felt a responsibility to help others navigate similar challenges. Overall, Vesta Williams was more than just a songbird with a powerful voice. She was a force of nature whose legacy has left an indelible mark on the tapestry of music and the hearts of many. Her life, punctuated by its highs and lows, serves as a poignant narrative of the realities faced by those in the limelight and the often untold stories that lie behind it. It's tempting to remember Vesta solely for her chart-topping hits, the melodic tunes that still reverberate on radio stations and personal playlists. But to truly understand and appreciate her, one must look beyond the music. Vesta's journey was one of passion, resilience, vulnerability, and unabashed authenticity. In an industry that often demands conformity, she stood out as a beacon of originality, never afraid to showcase her true self, warts and all. Her struggles, as much as her successes, made her relatable. Her openness about her personal challenges made her an inadvertent advocate, touching lives and offering solace to those who faced similar battles. The legacy Vesta leaves behind is multifaceted. It's not just in the songs she sang, but the barriers she broke, the conversations she initiated, and the hope she instilled in many. Even as time marches on, Vesta's influence remains omnipresent, echoing in the works of current artists and the stories of fans who found solace in her music and her journey. In celebrating Vesta Williams, we don't just celebrate an artist, but a phenomenon. Her melodies might have ended, but her symphony continues. In the lives she touched, the paths she paved, and the eternal memories she left behind. Here's to Vesta, a voice that will never fade. And that's it from us today. Until next time, thank you for watching.